What's up guys, TCMuze. Today we're gonna keep it really chill with some mellow vibes and some real cool rhythms. Let's get into making some chill R&B. So today we're gonna be rocking out at the tempo of 90 BPMs. Let me show you what my quantize is. We're at 16th notes, but only at about 75% strength and sensitivity. Today we're also gonna be in F major, but we're gonna concentrate on the G minor in F major. Therefore, this track will have more of a G Dorian sound. No need to get into all that, just think of it as F major. I'll explain the theory when I get to the keyboard part at the end of the video, but stay here for now. And in the meantime, let's get into these drums. All right, for the drums today, we're gonna use the I'm Ren kit from the Velvet Bloom expansion. We're playing it in battery. Of course, I've got the saturation on, classic saturation, about 28, plus 28, and then I pull back 1 dB just to give that little saturated extra oomph to the drums. We're gonna do something slightly different with this rhythm. We're gonna shift the snare to the 4, not the 3, not the 2 and the 4, but just to the 4. That way it's gonna give us a more chill, laid back rhythm and gives us a little more room to play with the kick drum throughout the pattern. What's up, man? If you made it this far, do me a favor, like and subscribe. Appreciate it. I know that I'm gonna want 2 sections for this. So for this section, I'm gonna put in an extra snare hit, kind of as a ghost note. That way this makes this section a little bit busier than the other section, which we'll all use as a verse. I'm gonna put it on another track. Just gives me a little more freedom to control it. Let's program it in. Cool, since we got that in, nice and easy, what we want to do is select them all. And we don't want this played at full velocity because like we said, we want it to be a ghost note. So we're going to change this from 127 velocity and move it down to about 80. That way it's a nice little ghost note fill. Up next, we have hi-hats. I'm just going to do a basic 8th note pattern and I'm going to alternate on the snare where I put open hats. Alternate every bar. We're gonna give this section a little bit more of a rhythmic push. We're gonna put in some percussions. We're using Native Instruments Session Percussionist. We're using the Jungle Chase preset. We're just gonna tap something in, use the same pattern throughout, just to give it a little movement. Let's move on to the harmonic elements. I got these keys. We're gonna be using Native Instruments Massive X, the last tape preset. This is one of my favorite presets. Let's just get into it. Like I said, we're gonna be in G Dorian, so that's where the chord progression is gonna revolve around. I'll throw the chords up on the screen so you can see what they are, but I will also go into detail at the end of the video on how to break down the chords, how to spell them, and the chord progression. But stay here for now. Let's get this in, keep the momentum flowing. Next thing we're gonna do is put in some piano. Let's see what we're working with for the piano. We're using Native Instruments Bouquet, the Wasp piano. For what we're gonna do here is we're gonna turn the quantize off here because I'm gonna play this a little bit looser than the initial keys that I put in. Using the analog sine bass preset that comes along with the Inner City Soul pack. I'm really feeling this Inner City Soul pack. Kind of just has this R&B, contemporary, urban type thing down. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this, this bass pattern in so we can move forward. Looks like we were able to get that in with no problem. Like, got a little flub there. We'll just delete that. Everything else looks good. We can move on to the next instrument. Up next, we're gonna use a lead from Native Instruments Duet. We're not gonna do much here. We're using this 30 degrees preset. What we're gonna do is just, do a nice little lead thing to give the top end just a little bit of motion and a little attention also. Now we're going to do a little extra, put a second lead in. For this lead, we're using Native Instruments Glaze 2, the lead Rami preset. All right, man, I think we got everything that we need here. Like I said, it's chill R&B, so we're not gonna do too much. We're just gonna leave it there, keep it easy, leave room for the vocalists to come in and just do their thing on it. I'm gonna make another sequence where I kind of just mellow it out a little bit, and then I'll play it out for you. Give me a second. If you've made it this far, drop a keyboard emoji down in the comments. I appreciate you. Let's break down these chords right quick. Like I said, we're in the key of F major / G Dorian, but for simplicity's sake, we're thinking F major. I'll give you a quick explanation on G Dorian. G Dorian is just like G minor. The only difference is in G minor, there's a flatted 6. We raise that 6 to a major 6th to make it G Dorian. Let me show you the difference right quick. Here's G minor. And you see that 6, that E flat? To make it Dorian, we're just going to sharp that 6 and move it there to that E. If you look closely, those are the same notes that are in F major. The thing is that we made the tonal center G instead of F. That way we can kind of give it a more sad minor feeling. Don't worry about that, just think F major, because I don't want you to get confused with the modes. So if we're thinking the number system, we're using 2 for the G minor, 6 for the D minor, and then 4 for the B flat major. All right, now that we got that, let's break down these chords. Now for these chords, we're gonna use left hand, right hand, but for the left hand, we're only playing the bass note. So that'll be one, you only need to use one finger for that. So let's first break it down. Like I said, we're playing that G minor 9 first, which is here. So you have the root, then you have the 7th, then you have the 9th, the minor 3rd, and the 5th. So here it is, G, F, A, B flat, and D. Put it all together, you got that G minor 9. You see, I'm playing rootless in the right hand. After the G minor 9, we're going to a D minor 9. We're going to play a D in the root, or a D in the left hand, which is the root. And then we're going to start on the 3rd of the D minor, which is that F. And we're going to play F, A, C, E, which we all know is an F major, over D minor. So that gives you a D minor 9. Then from there, we just continue further down to this B flat. And for the B flat major 7, we're going to have the B flat in the root. We're going to start on the major 3rd, which is a D. We'll play a D minor in our right hand. D, F, A, and C. D, F, A, and C. So that'll sound like this. Then we circle back, do the G minor 9 again. For the second time, instead of going to that D minor 9, what we're going to do is play this E minor 9 flat 5, which will play an E in the bass. Also play another E, a G, a B flat, and the D. Then from there, we play the only chord that's not in the scale. This is kind of like in the key of F major. This will be a tritone substitution. But don't worry about that. It's a simple chord. It's F sharp 7. So we're playing the F sharp in the left hand, starting with the 7th, which is the E of the F sharp. Then we're playing the F sharp, the A sharp, and the C sharp. And then we're back to the G minor. All right, those are the chords. All the chords are diatonic to F major, except for that last chord, which is the F sharp 7, which is a tritone substitution in the key of F major. If there's any other questions that you have, if there was something that you didn't understand, drop it down in the comments.